Hello, everybody. So I'm feeling much better, but look what I just accidentally did. I don't know how I did it. All I know is I was like fine 1 minute, and the next thing I knew, my hand had landed on my chin, and I had like skin under my fingernail. I was like, what's this about? And I didn't feel any blood or anything, and I took a picture to send to my mom, and lo and behold, I have like a big scratch mark and I'm bleeding a little bit from it. So, crazy. I decided to go ahead and sit in from church tonight, chiefly because everybody has my cars, even though church is not that far. It's still further than I can walk between now and then. I want to try to go see my mom in a little while. So, happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. I hope you're all doing well. I'm still working to get my protein in every day. It's a challenge. I mean, I wish I had like comparison notes from other people that are, 9.5 months into their post-op to find out, if they're still having problems getting their protein in or what they do. Like, are they able to just get all their protein in from food every day? Because, I mean, that's not something that's happening for me. I eat a lot of nuts and cheese and, as my staples through the day. Different things like that. But you all know that I drink my protein shakes because, without them, this would not function at all. Excuse me. Y'all know I have been telling you I've been having hair loss. I do take biotin 10,000, I think it's milligrams a day. Back before I started losing my hair, I tried the Nioxin shampoo and stuff. I tried it exactly one time. I hated it completely. I just couldn't stand the way it made my hair feel. So I gave it away to my nephew. It's expensive stuff, but from what I understand, it does have some effect. To me, I couldn't stand. I could not stand the way it made my hair feel. So it was a no-go for me. I don't know what else I was gonna say. I just totally lost all my train of thought. So yeah, I eat a lot of extra tender beef jerky by Jack Link's, the original flavor. But not all of it's extra tender. And sometimes I get pieces that I realize after I chew it up for a little while are not going to do the trick for me. They're not gonna be able to be swallowed right, because I can tell by the consistency that they're gonna get stuck. So I just put them out of my mouth. But it is an excellent source of protein. I do find that usually I have to take a little drink of something afterwards because, it can leave a hot taste in your mouth. Even if it's not really hot, it can leave kind of a peppery taste or whatever. Still can't believe I did this to my face. So yeah, a lot of nuts, a lot of cheese. I unfortunately do not care for yogurt. Maybe it's something I need to give another try to, but it always tasted funky sour to me before surgery, and I was never really a fan. But look for protein in everything that you eat. Like, even those sugar-free, I think they're called junior cows. They're like a brown mule. They're like ice cream, like a single thing, not like a twin. but it's like a one popsicle stick's worth of vanilla ice cream that's covered in a chocolate shell, but it's no sugar added. And so it's a reasonable amount of sugar and carbohydrates, I have found, and I can tolerate it well. And it's got 2 grams of protein for that little thing. So, it's a treat that has some protein in it that I enjoy. And that's great. I still drink my shakes because, I could I eat steak a lot. I really do. And I never realized before how few calories a lean steak or, some chicken breast has. They don't have a lot of calories in and of themselves. It's what you do to them that could make them have more, but, lean cuts of meat, they have very low calories and seriously packed with protein. So you definitely have to get on that, because that is the real deal. I've been losing weight pretty fast again now that I have been getting my protein in right, and excuse me, everybody, but you know the drill. And going to the bathroom right. It's like it's fallen off a few pounds a week, and right now I'm fluctuating between 271.8 and 273.2, so like a pound and a half. And it depends on what time of day and if I've had fluids or whatever, but that's just this last week I've got on the scale a couple times, and I don't recommend that you get on the scale a couple times a week. It's just something stupid that I did. Sometimes the temptation is big when the scale is there. So don't do that, because people will say, I'm not losing, I'm at a stall. I see people that are a month or 2 months out talking about how they are at a stall. No, you just on the scale too much. That is exactly the problem, I promise you. There is no stall. When you're that early, you just wait till your doctor's appointments to get on the scales. Me, I had to, because unless I went out and bought a scale that went up to 400 pounds. And if you go back in my earlier videos, I really was serious about it. I didn't get on the scales. And so when I went to the doctors, I was surprised, and happily so, with how much weight I'd lost. And I'm pretty sure my doctor's scales weigh less than my scales here at home by a couple pounds. So we'll see. I'm going to have to call tomorrow and get myself a new doctor's appointment, because, as I said last video, I accidentally missed an appointment with my surgeon. If you've followed my videos for a while, you may have heard that I have attention deficit disorder. And mine is primarily inattentive, not hyperactive. I used to take medicine for it as an adult, and it was incredibly helpful to me with staying organized and keeping my house clean, and things like that. Unfortunately, I started having what may have been seizures, and so they took me off of it pretty quickly, and I've remained off of it since then. So that is why a lot of times I will be talking about something and forget, or have a purpose to really talk about something that is gastric bypass and weight loss related, and then suddenly go a whole other direction. So if you've been a subscriber for a while, you already know this about me, but I do try to stay on topic as much as possible. So losing your hair, I've noticed, does not affect your eyebrows, does not affect your, like, I have a couple hairs that grow out of here, I've got hairs that grow on my chin, does not affect anywhere else on your body. You still grow just as much leg hair, just as fast, just as much hair under your arms and everywhere else as you always did before. but your hair on your head will fall out. I think I might have been in denial about mine to begin with, but if you check several, almost said episodes, yes, several episodes, several videos back, you'll see me just out of the shower or out of the bath, because I really don't take showers. Out of the bath with a wraparound towel on my body and like a turby twist on my head, bawling my eyes out because my hair is just coming out like ridiculously. Now, I still have lots of hair. I mean, I was born with lots of hair. I mean, well, I don't know if I was born with it, but like, I always had tons and tons of hair. And then I was on a medicine called Abilify for a while because, yes, I do have some psych issues. Primarily, they have me diagnosed as bipolar, but mainly it's just I don't really have an up so much as I have depression. Anyway, they had me on Abilify for a while, and I lost my hair like crazy. I mean, like, I hate to compare it to that, but I was starting to think it was like a chemo drug. Not that I've had any experience with that personally, but I mean, it made me wonder about it. But it was like another thing, just like if somebody was on that kind of medicine, like I have to be on it to save my life because otherwise I felt suicidal. So I stayed on it. Eventually, I did get off that medicine and onto different medications, and now I'm stable on what I'm on. But it did take a little bit of extra steps when I had to go through my psych eval before gastric bypass surgery. Like, I don't know about everybody else's. I know some people are like, oh, I just had to go talk to a psychiatrist or a psychologist. No, they gave me like, I don't know how many tests, but I spent an hour or two just filling in the information, like, and it was like questions like it's, definitely not true, somewhat true, maybe true, whatever. And I think it had like 5 things, and it was like to very true or very not true. I don't know. I can't remember what I mean, basically that's the gist of it. But however it went, I mean, I was very honest with it, completely honest with it. And it picked up that, I had problems with depression and feeling suicidal in the past. And so, I had to go the extra step of getting documentation from the doctor that follows me for my psych meds and everything, that I'm compliant with my appointments and my meds and everything else. And get that over to the bariatric surgeon before they would work with anything further. I mean, it had to be in place. And I appreciate that because I think, it's not something that's to be taken lightly. When you first have that surgery, your body is thrown for a major, major loop. And it does, crazy hormonal changes to your mind. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of, oh my gosh, what did I do to myself? Why did I do this? For me, I was in a lot of pain. I know some people, say they're not in very much pain, but I was in a pretty good amount of pain for like 3 weeks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to lie about it. But was it worth it? 100,000%. But still, my doctor was even talking the other day about, it puts your body through so many changes so quickly, and that's a lot to handle. And so, if you've got situations going on in your life where maybe you need therapy, and you don't really want that, because, not everybody wants to go and be talking to a therapist. They think it's, somebody judging them or whatever, but so not. It's just somebody that literally you talk to, and they kind of help you figure out solutions or how to look at things and reframe things in your mind. And it's not a bad thing. It's nothing that's going to kill you. It's nothing that they're going to be like, everything you've ever done in your whole life is your fault. It's not. It's not. But they're real with you. So, I highly recommend therapy to anybody that even remotely questions things. And if you don't have good support, then you are going to feel miserable right after your surgery when you're not having good support from your family. So you need to find somebody that's a good support person for you. I have no problem helping you through it and being your support person. Absolutely not. My last name is McCoy, McCoy. Look me up on Facebook, but send me a message below on one of my videos and let me know that you're going to send me a friend request. That's all I ask, because I've had some weird and strange and creepy people try to do friend requests to me, like scams, trying to tell me, oh, if you get this, you'll get some money. Yeah, I don't need that in Nigeria. Yes, I know you look like you got, your religious symbol and your normal American name. I also know it was fake. But that has happened to me. And since then, because I'm a member of like large prayer groups and stuff like that, I'm really particular about who I accept friend requests from. So if you just pop me a little note and we can become Facebook friends, and I have no problem, being there for you. If you need somebody, if you need me on Messenger and we need to talk, I will gladly do my part to help you through it. I feel like, as somebody who has gone through this and who's had a wonderful support system, I feel like it's a pay it forward kind of thing. I've had a wonderful support system. I'd like to be able to help somebody if they need it. Or even if you just have questions, or whatever, I don't have a problem with that. If you feel like you want to talk to me directly, I'm here. So, I'll do my best. That's all I can say. But I've had a wonderful support network of family and friends and other bariatric surgery patients who kind of took me under their wing. And so I appreciate that greatly. And, if there's somebody out there who's going through this process or thinking about going through this process and has concerns or extra questions or things like that, I don't have a problem being the sounding board that you kind of bounce things off of. I don't. So just know that you can reach out to me anytime you want. And I guess that's all for today. I am feeling, a lot better. Kind of staying away from people. I have gone around my mom and my dad some. We did go out to eat the other day, but for the most part, I'm not around a lot of people. I'm still in my little bubble in my house while I'm taking my antibiotics and stuff. My voice is a little, I don't know, it's not quite me, but it's decent. So, anyway, I am on the mend pretty good. And I hope that everyone out there is doing well wherever you are on your journey. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.